Comrade, this nothing can stop you motivation message I bring to you. My name is Visanko Say. Have a lot of motivation messages on my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel, watch them, subscribe to them. Also go to my channel. I have another channel. Your marriage will be a state of mind to the world. I have a lot of teachings on dating and courtship and marriage. Watch them, subscribe to them for me. Also, I have a lot of ebooks for you guys. Go to Abdul Henry and Gamroad. Have these ebooks for you guys. Body a competitiveness in a crowded planet, $4. It will be impossible to have this world without you. $4. Your marriage will be a state of mind to the world. $5. There is something inside you the world is in need of. $4. Leaders of generational thinkers, $5. Go to Amazon Kendrick and Gamroad and get these books. I have a lot of books there. Go and buy them. Help me to drive the sales. Go to my YouTube channel and use the name because I have motivation messages that they can stop you. Watch them, subscribe to them. I want a lot of success, a lot of more viewers to help me get right. Also help people to drive in my sales. I want to share with you the next 15 minutes. Motivation myself entitled "Climate Change is Happening Now. Everyone has a systemic role to play." So developmentally, with your gravitational pull of consciousness or with your level of seriousness, let us operationalize attenuating measures to help prevent any reverberative act of climate change. In other words, let's work towards reducing any unpleasant act of climate change, as done by man called Sir David Attenborough, a British environmentalist over the period who have worked consistently towards helping as the world will work towards achieving such an objective. Overriding, equip yourself with that strong incentive towards helping to build a resilient world to jettison or to reduce any climate change vulnerability. Help towards helping the world to reduce any be so resilient so that we can reduce any climate change vulnerability or any setbacks from climate change. As done by a personality eliminated person like Leonardo DiCaprio, the Hollywood star over the period of being a climate change activist, working consistently to achieve the objective of climate change. Perpiciously, or most importantly, our ability to do this will help towards restructuring and re-engineering the world to give it its best possible shape for accumulating possible development, as done by a personality called Shailene Woodley, a personality who works with Greenpeace, Ocean Ambassador of the environmental activists over the period, working towards helping to achieve that. There is stylish fact about climate change I want you to get into your head that will provoke you to help contribute towards achieving the climate change mitigation policies. Over 200 million people will be displaced by climate change in 2050 due to the drought, flood, and extreme weathers. More than 1 million species of animals face extinction due to the power effect of climate change. Marine life faces irreparable damage from billions of plastic waste that ends up in the ocean every year. According to the Intergovernmental Panel of climate change will be reversible by 2030, and the world's coral reefs will be completely eradicated if appropriate measures are not operationalized by the global world. Amazon rainforest that contribute 20% of the global atmospheric oxygen and 20% of global fresh water, and they have a more than 2 billion trees. It's facing deforestation, bushfires, indiscriminate human racketeering activity, destroying the forest. And every year, we see being intensified within 20-30% increase in these destructions of the rainforest, put people's life in a very difficult situation. And we all have a very systemic role towards helping to attenuate the disparate effect of climate change. I want to show you a story about a lady called Greta Thunberg. She's a Swedish environmental activist. A very young girl, at the age of 15, she left her classroom on Friday to protest outside the Swedish parliament, urging these leaders to expedite action on climate change, holding on to a signboard and handing out information on flyers. At a young age, she acted as a domineering instrumentality with that proactive decision towards climate change. This laudable action got the attention of the global world of this young lady. And in 2018, she addressed the United Nations Climate Change Conference at the age of 15 years. That time she started doing that, it was 15 years. In 2019, the UN Climate Change Summit Conference at the age of 16, she also addressed the Climate Change Conference, delivered a speech that was titled, "How Dare You?" And she experienced multifarious appropriate of a confluence due to her proactive resurgence towards dealing with climate change at a very young age. Her influence on the world stage has been described by the Guardian media as the greater effect. He have received a lot of multifarious legions of awards. He in 2019 was voted as the youngest time person of the year, and also included in the top 100 most influential people in the world. The Forbes list of the world's 100 most powerful women 2019 was honorary fellowship in 2019. Honorary fellowship, the honorary fellowship from the Royal Scottish Geographical Society was nominated. Also, she have received multiple nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize Award 2019, 2020, 2021, but she have not won the award, but she have received at a very young age. She received a lot of nomination that's showing the merit and colossal materials, awards, and honors this lady have gotten because of the just proactive saying, just going to the parliament on Friday, just showing signboard, creating the awareness that the parliamentarians should expedite action. Just simple thing the lady did. She didn't do anything extraordinary. That thing caught the awareness of the whole world, gotten the opportunity to speak at the climate change conference at the age of 15, 16, being nominated about 3-4 consecutive times, and World Peace Prize Award, and a lot of awards and these things at the age, because she showed just proactive resilience towards helping to attenuate the issue of climate change. I want to remind you, my username is Marco. Say, go to my YouTube channel, sorry. How long motivation masters, nothing can stop you. Watch them, subscribe to them. I want more viewers, I want more subscribers. Also, go to YouTube. I'll use another channel. Your marriage will be a state of mind to the world. I have a lot of teachings on dating and courtship and marriage. Watch them and subscribe to them for me. I'm counting on you guys. I have a lot of ebooks, plenty ebooks at Amazon, Kenya, and Gabriel. These are some of them. Building a competitiveness in a crowded planet, $4. Your marriage will be a state of mind to the world, $4. It will be impossible to have this world without you, $4. There is something inside you, the world is in need of, $4. Leaders of Generation Thinkers, $5. Get these things, books for yourself, Amazon, Kenya, and Gabriel, and achieve that consistent. So we want to find out what are some of the potential ways or some of the potential responsibility that will help you to attenuate climate change. What are some of the things we can do in that simple ways? What are some of the things we can do to help reduce or attenuate climate change? Number one, profoundly contribute repertoire of ideas, or contribute numerous penetrating ideas that will help the IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, to raise over $100 billion every year towards financing climate change projects. And the IPCC need about $100 billion every year to finance their operations to attenuate these power effect of climate change. What ideas can you contribute? Maybe you can contribute ideas where 2022 the global consumption of goods and services stood at $100 trillion. What idea can you introduce that the IPCC and the global world can impose maybe a marginal tax of 1 cent on these consumption of goods, so they can raise about more than $1 trillion in a year? So what are some of the ideas can you contribute that the IPCC and the government of this world can impose marginal taxes on these global goods and services consumed, especially in developed countries, that can help the world raise more than $100 billion every year to finance it? Because 2022, the consumption of these goods globally in developed countries was about $100 trillion of goods and services. Marginal taxes on these goods can help the world raise over more than $100 billion every year to finance it. There are a lot of mortgage houses, more than over 200 to over 500 mortgage houses in developed countries. What are some of the marginal taxes that can be imposed? Maybe $100 in a year or $200 in a year can be imposed on these houses to raise more than $20 billion every year to help finance the climate change activity. You can contribute these ideas. There are over more than 2,640 billionaires, 56,000 million millionaires in the world. What ideas can you contribute to the IPCC so that these government and IPCC can impose a marginal tax of 1%, 20% on them annually to raise more than $40 to $50 billion every year to finance climate change activity? These are a repertoire of ideas. These are numerous ideas you can contribute to help these IPCC and the government of this world and UN to raise the needed money to finance climate change activity. Wrap your mind around this. Number two, expansively contribute propitious ideas or contribute permeating ideas that will help intensify the practice of carbon sequestration, especially when it comes to carbon farming that depends on application of biochar and soil farm. When you say carbon sequestration, I'm talking about the ability, there are practices that help to absorb carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Climate change is due to the excessive release of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Therefore, there's a new trend of practice called carbon sequestration that will help us to reduce the carbon dioxide emission in the atmosphere, where people are applying biochar on soil farm to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. In developed country, this practice is increasing overriding over the period, but in developing low and middle income country, the practice is very low. It's very symbolic, very low, between 15 to 20%. What ideas can you contribute to government and IPCC in the global world to help intensify carbon farming and the carbon credit market, carbon sequestration to reduce this carbon, the climate change prior effect they have in the global world. What ideas can you contribute to promote rooftop garden, backyard farming that can help increase these? What ideas can you do so the ministries of agriculture among developing and lower middle income countries can allocate maybe 2% to 5% of the annual budget to finance carbon farming, which is a very critical, a very essential aspect of carbon sequestration towards achieving a climate change target. These are areas to see how best you can help the world to achieve that consistently when it comes to achieving carbon sequestration, which one of the areas carbon farming, that's application of biochar and soil farm to help absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Number 3, developmentally, contribute idea that will help towards intensifying the operationalization of agricultural carbon credit market, especially in countries like China, India, Brazil, Russia, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and others. These parties very less. Carbon credit, agricultural carbon credits, back that have been created that give farmers money when they're able to plant crops, cover crops that help to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. They pay farmers carbon credit for each hectare of land they plant cover crops. It's believed that 20 million acres of cover crops help to secrete or help to absorb 66 million tons of carbon dioxide. That's equivalent to 30 million vehicles. So what ideas can you contribute so that the agricultural carbon credit market that is less practiced in developing lower middle income countries and middle income can be intensified, so that it can help absorb these carbon dioxide, so that farmers can plant more cover crops to absorb this carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Because it's believed that 20 million acres of cover crops help to secrete 60 million tons of carbon dioxide, equivalent to 13 million carbon released by equivalent to carbon dioxide released by 30 million vehicles. Find out what are some of the ways you can contribute towards intensifying carbon credit market among countries like China, India, Brazil, Russia, Indonesia, Bangladesh, these higher Ethiopia, Kenya, and all those areas in lower middle income countries to achieve this objective. Number 4, comprehensively contribute profound ideas that will help protect major rainforests. What ideas can you help to protect major rainforests? Like the Amazon rainforest, Congo rainforest, the Guinea forest of the West Africa, the Australasian rainforest, Atlantic forest, and others. These are large rainforests that contribute very, very systemic when it comes to absorbing carbon dioxide. And these rainforests are under serious threat. Amazon rainforest that contribute about 80 to 120 million tons of carbon dioxide. Amazon rainforest stores up to 80 to 120 billion tons of carbon dioxide. It's under serious threat of destruction. And what ways can you contribute? What ideas can you help to protect it? Amazon rainforest contribute 20% of the global atmospheric oxygen, is under serious threat. Contribute ideas like there's a need for the world to set up global Amazon rainforest army to protect the rainforest. A global Amazon rainforest in the global world where they can form to protect the rainforest. And other rainforests are mentioned, like Congo rainforest, Guinea rainforest, West Africa, Guinea rainforest of the West Africa, Australasian rainforest, Atlantic forest, and others. What ideas can you contribute towards enhancing the practice of conservation concession, where in other countries they are what they call conservation concession? Government gives some forests to some private developer as concession to protect it for a period of time. Can you help promote the idea of conservation concession? Also, what idea can you contribute towards implementation with real-time deforestation monitoring devices, acoustic monitoring, satellite imagery, photographic analysis, drones, and radars that will help monitor these forests every time? These real-time deforestation monitoring, RTAM, acoustic monitoring, satellite imagery, photogrammetric analysis, and drones and radar. How can you help intensify the use of these to monitor these forests every time to prevent the forest from very, very racketeering, rent-seeking activity that destroy these forests? Number 5, last point, monumentally. Let's help the world intensify the production of renewable energy. But the IPCC to urge buildings to adopt solar panels in what ways can we help so that buildings that adopt solar panels, they pay less taxes, especially mortgage houses to help deal with these problems, to intensify the use of renewable energy. How can the IPCC enforce state institutions, especially in developing and lower middle income countries, to adopt the use of biochar, where they have huge human excreta, like universities and hospitals that have human excreta? How can we force people to move towards the use of bioenergy that relies on the use of bioenergy and human excreta? Number five, how can the IPCC force coastal areas to adopt the use of tidal waves as a form of energy to achieve that? These are areas that can contribute very repetitive ideas to achieve it. I want to remind, go to my YouTube, my channel. I use the name Bismarck because I have a lot of motivational message. Watch them, subscribe to them. I want more viewers and subscribers. I'm counting on you guys to help me. Also on YouTube, I have another channel, Your Marriage Will Be a State of Mind to World. A lot of teachings on dating and question and marriage. Watch them and subscribe to them for me. I have a lot of ebooks for you guys. I'm counting on you. Thank you for blessing support. You have been giving me all this while. I have a lot of ebooks. I'm not getting the sales. I know you help me drive the sales. Burning Your Competitiveness and Crowded Planet, $4. To be impossible to have this world without you, $4. Go to Amazon, Ken and Cameron, get these books. Your Marriage Will Be a State of Mind to the World, $5. There is something inside you. The world is in need of $4. Leaders of Generational Thinkers, $5. I'm not getting the sales. Go to Amazon, Ken and Cameron, help me get it. So there are a lot of books there you can also get for yourself. Thank you for your support. Remember that climate change is happening now. You have a seismic role to play to help protect this universe. Thank you so much.